Hey guys, it's here bringing you an extra video for today. Now it is an episode of League Discussion, so it is the series that I take a topic, rip it apart with my own opinions and experiences, and encourage you guys to join in the conversation in the comment section below. Now today we're going to be talking about the meta. I have not talked about this in a while. I have done episodes on the past on it, but with the channel growing, etc., some people don't go back into the videos, they just want new ones. So I'm going to cover the topic again. You know, what is the meta? Why does it exist? How does it change? That type of thing. And just to say, if you're like, why should I listen to this guy? I've played League since Season 1. I have basically seen every single playstyle of League and how it evolves and changes for the past 6-7 years. It's why whenever a new change comes out or a new meta change comes out, I never get panicked. Because trust me, I was back at the time when AD carries were top laners, and then bruisers started to go top lane to counter AD carries, and then people thought, okay, that's not going to work anymore, let's put the AD carries bot lane and put something to protect them, a support, and that's how your bot lane was born today. But yeah, they used to be top laners, AD carries. But just to say what the meta is, to define it is pretty simple. It's the most efficient way of playing the game right now. So it's the strongest champions, it's the strongest synergy. So, you know, before, years ago, one of the metas used to be the Curse of the Sad Amumu or Curse of the Sad Bullet Time. So you used to run jungle Amumu with Misfortune bot lane. There was synergy there that made them meta. That type of thing is what makes people meta. It's just the strongest champions, the most synergy, and stuff that will help you win the game the most. How does the meta form? Pretty simple. There's three ways. First way is buffs or nerfs. So a champion gets buffed in a patch, then people might start to play them, and hey presto, if they're strong enough, they will break into the meta. Second way is nerfs. So if a champion gets nerfed, it will allow other champions to start playing again. So for example, whenever Renekton is strong, you can't play like Jax and stuff like this very easily because he just wrecks you in the early game. If Renekton gets nerfed, then you can start playing Jax again. Hey presto, the meta has changed because another champion's got nerfed. Another way it can change is popularity. Simple as like a popularity contest. If Worlds is coming up in the next few, like in a month or so, if Faker decides to play LeBlanc mid, you bet your bottom dollar more people are going to play LeBlanc mid. It's that type of premise, and it's the whole way through the whole season. You know, people look at the LCS, they look at what pros are playing, they look at the LCK, they look at what people are playing. That's a very big way of how metas are formed. And the third way, it kind of goes off that, but high rating solo queues. So the way that generally you have to think about it is high rating solo queue players, they kind of determine what's strong because they know what they're doing and they know what to play. They look at the patch notes and actually understand what's happening. So they'll play whatever's strong. And then people watching those streams, for example, QtPie. Let's say a new patch comes out, QtPie goes, this champion's broken, I'm going to spam him. And let's say it does do well. He's doing well on it every game, he's getting fed on it every game. Everybody watching QtPie's stream now plays that champion themselves. Everybody in the same game as that viewer in solo queue now plays it, and it trickles all the way down. It does take a while for it to get to like bronze level. So for example, the change first happens in Challenger, then Master, then Diamond, then Platinum, then Gold, then Silver, then Bronze. It does trickle down. But that's basically how the meta's formed. It's by Riot changing things in game balance, popularity, or simple as high rating solo queue players picking up. It doesn't even have to be someone like QtPie. It could be someone that is not a streamer, not a YouTuber in Challenger, and then someone like QtPie or Dyrus or Skara looks at that and goes, hey, that's pretty good, and then they play it. That's how the meta changes. Is the meta a good or bad thing? Honestly, it depends your opinion on a video game and how you want to play it. If you're someone like me that wants to play the highest rating as possible and you get your fun, you get your entertainment mainly by winning, then the meta is a very good thing for you. If you're somebody that is just pure enjoyment of you just want to play whatever champion and that's where you get your fun, then you probably don't care about the meta. Because the meta, it consists of the same small group of champions that you play over and over and over again because they are the strongest at the moment. So that's pretty much it. What do I say to people that kind of don't like the meta and disagree with the meta? Again, you are perfectly fine with your opinion. All I'll say is if you are not a meta person, at the same time, it goes both ways. As somebody that loves the meta, I respect people for not playing meta picks because that's what they enjoy. But if you're also somebody that doesn't enjoy the meta, you can't just hate on people that are meta slaves, because that's the way that they simply enjoy. I see a lot of, I don't want to say salt, but I see a lot of anger, I'd probably say, of people that dislike the meta. They actually go at people that are meta slaves or people that just enjoy playing the meta. I've never got that premise, because to me, I'm playing the most efficient way possible. Why would you get angry at that? I'm actually having the best chance of winning. Now, I will say, what are the negative effects about the meta, especially for solo queue players? So forget the challenger scene, forget about the competitive scene. Them players are really good. The bad thing about the meta is if people are continuously following the meta. And people are like, well, what do you mean? Basically, if, you know, we get patches now every roughly 3 weeks in League of Legends with little changes here and there that can change quite a bit. If somebody is changing their champion pool every 3 weeks due to the patches, that player might not be very good or might not be having a very good time, because it takes more than probably 3 weeks to pick up a champion to actually do well on it, like, properly. So if you're changing your champion pool all the time because you're following the meta, you're actually probably hurting yourself more than helping yourself. What I'd recommend is look at champions that are good consistently throughout patches, not just for one. Example, there was, you know, a patch maybe a year ago that Evelyn was like the best jungler in the world. People picked her up. The next patch she got nerfed and never was played again. It's not a great idea to pick up something like that, where you can pick something more consistent. Example, Lee Sin. Even though he's hard to play, he's consistently good if you're good at him. That's just kind of my 2 cents on the topic. Anyway, that's today's extra video. I just thought I'd kind of explain what the meta is, because there are some new viewers that may not understand. When I say it in my Unranked to Diamonds and stuff, people are like, I don't know what he's talking about. So hopefully this video will help. If you did enjoy it, throw a like on it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.